Hello everyone, welcome to my channel DG Learning. I'm Ranjita and I'm going to give you the B.ed notes of semester 2 paper 8a unit 2. Unit 1 I have already given it to you in the last video. You can check it in my channel. I'm really sorry, after a long gap I'm uploading the B.ed notes, but it's okay. I'm going to continue with this. I will be giving you all the notes of B.ed, so no need to worry about that, okay? So let us start with paper 8a, unit 2, that is construction of knowledge. Our first topic is knowledge transmission. Knowledge transmission, that is teacher centric. Knowledge transmission means it is teacher centric. Okay, let us start. Knowledge transfer refers to sharing or disseminating of knowledge and providing inputs to problem solving in organizational theory. Knowledge transfer is the practical problem of transferring knowledge from one part of the organization to other. It is also known as teacher-centered. Means what? Teacher is the main here. Teacher जो है वो सबको knowledge transfer कर रही है. So knowledge जो है वो बस transfer ही हो रहा है. Teacher main है. Teacher बस पढ़ा रही है. Students का यहाँ पे कोई role नहीं है. ठीक है? See. It is also known as a teacher-centered. Now the points are given here. You can look. Focus is on instructor. Focus is on language, forms and structures. What the instructor knows about the knowledge. Instructor talks and students listen. Here, who is the instructor? Instructor is the teacher. Students work alone. Instructor monitors and corrects every student's utterance. Instructor answers students' questions about language. Instructor chooses topics. Instructor evaluates students, and the classroom is quiet. Classroom is quiet means students are not active. Students are just listening to the teacher, whatever they are doing, whatever she is saying. जो भी टीचर है, जो भी कर रही है, जो भी बोल रही है, बस स्टूडेंट्स आर लिसनिंग, दे आर नॉट डूइंग एनीथिंग. सो दिस इज द नॉलेज ट्रांसमिशन मीन्स टीचर सेंट्रिक. Teacher is the main focus here. Okay, now our next point is the knowledge construction. Knowledge construction means this is a learner centric. Okay, knowledge construction means the learner centric is just opposite to the teacher centric. मतलब यहाँ पे जो होते हैं students पे main focus होता है. ठीक है, look, focus is on both students and instructor. Focus is on language used in typical situations, how students will use the language. Instructor models, students interact with instructor and one another. Students work in pairs, in groups or alone depending on the purpose of the activity. Students talk without constant instructor monitoring. Instructor provides feedback, correction when the questions arise. मतलब स्टूडेंट्स जो है वो टीचर से बात कर रहे, मॉनिटर कर रहे और टीचर्स फीडबैक प्रोवाइड कर रहे, येस ये ठीक है, ये नहीं है, व्हाटएवर. Students answer each other's questions using instructor as an information source. जो भी टीचर इन्फॉर्म कर रहे हैं, इन्फॉर्मेशन दे रही है, उससे लेकर के स्टूडेंट्स आर आंसरिंग. Students have some choice of topics. Students evaluate their own learning. Instructor also evaluates, and classroom is often noisy and busy. Here, the actual teaching process is going on here. Okay. Our next point is the benefit of a teacher-centered classroom. Order in the class. Students are quiet as the teacher exercises full control of the classroom and activity. पूरा का पूरा जो है वो टीचर पे ही बेस्ड है, सारा कुछ टीचर ही देख रही है ना. तो यहाँ पे क्या है कि स्टूडेंट्स, पूरा क्लास शांत है, स्टूडेंट्स शांत है तो पूरा क्लास शांत है, आराम से टीचर्स बस बोल रही हैं, एक्सप्लेन कर रही हैं, यही सब हो रहा है. ठीक है, ज़रा सा भी आवाज़ नहीं आ रही है. सो दिस इज द फर्स्ट पॉइंट ऑफ द बेनिफिट ऑफ अ टीचर सेंटर्ड क्लासरूम. Being fully in control minimizes an instructor's concern that students may be missing key material. When a teacher takes full responsibility for educating group of students, the class benefits from a focused approach to research, planning and preparation. ये सारे चीज़ ही important है. Teachers feel comfortable कॉन्फिडेंट एंड इन चार्ज ऑफ द क्लासरूम एक्टिविटी. जब कोई बच्चे कुछ क्वेश्चन ही नहीं पूछेंगे तो ऑब्वियसली टीचर विल थिंक कि जो भी हम पढ़ा रहे हैं दैट इज़ द करेक्ट थिंग, है ना. एंड दे विल फील कंफर्टेबल एंड कॉन्फिडेंट कि येस नोबडी इज आस्किंग एनी क्वेश्चंस, तो आराम से सब कुछ चल रहा है. सो टीचर विल फील कंफर्टेबल. स्टूडेंट्स ऑलवेज नो वेयर टू फोकस द अटेंशन ऑन द टीचर. ठीक है. नाउ कम्स टू द ड्रॉबैक्स ऑफ अ टीचर सेंटर्ड क्लासरूम. This method works best when the instructor can make the lesson interesting. Absent this, students may get bored, their minds may wander, and they may miss key information. How come? अब obvious का बात है, when somebody is giving you lecture continuously, lecture, अगर आपको lecture ही मिल रहा है तो पूरा ध्यान क्या आपका वहाँ पे रहेगा? नहीं. You will obviously आपका ध्यान यहाँ वहाँ कुछ ना कुछ के लिए जाएगा. So that is the thing here. Students work alone, missing potential opportunities to share the process of discovery with their peers. Collaboration, an essential and valuable skill in school and in life, is discouraged. स्टूडेंट्स वर्क अलोन मतलब अब टीचर बस बोल रही हैं एंड स्टूडेंट्स हैव टू डू इट. यहाँ पे कोई पीयर लर्निंग नहीं हो रहा है, कोलैबोरेटिव लर्निंग नहीं हो रहा है. ठीक है. सो हियर स्टूडेंट्स आर वर्किंग अलोन. जो भी है वो लोग कुछ प्रोसेस नहीं निकाल पा रहे हैं, कुछ भी इंटरेस्टिंग नहीं कर पा रहे हैं. कोलैबोरेशन लर्निंग जो होता है दैट इज़ द पीयर लर्निंग. ये एक एसेंशियल है, वैल्यूएबल स्किल है स्कूल लाइफ में, जो कि टीचर सेंटर्ड होने की वजह से वो भी नहीं हो पा रहा. दैट इज डिस्करेज्ड. Students may have less opportunity to develop their communication and crucial thinking skills. ना कुछ क्वेश्चंस टीचर कर रही हैं, ना स्टूडेंट्स कुछ आंसर कर रहे हैं, तो ज़्यादा कुछ निकल ही नहीं पा रहा है कि हाँ स्टूडेंट्स को सोच ही नहीं पा रहे हैं उतना, उनको कुछ टास्क ही नहीं दिया जा रहा है. सो स्टूडेंट्स सीखेंगे कहाँ से? सो दे हैव लेस अपॉर्चुनिटी टू डेवलप देयर कम्युनिकेशन एंड क्रूशियल थिंकिंग स्किल्स. Benefits of a student-centered classroom. Student-centered classroom means अभी हमने लास्ट में ही देखा ना कि student-centered classroom मतलब students are वो लोग silent नहीं रह रहे, they are not quiet, they are just going on, they are having the collaborative learning, peers learning, that they are asking questions from the teacher, everything is going on. ठीक है. So that is the student center. So what are the benefits? Let's see. Education becomes a more shared experience between the instructor and the students and between the students themselves. Students build both collaboration and communication skills. Students tend to be more interested in learning when they can interact with one another and participate actively in their own education. Members of the class learn to work independently and to interact with others as a part of the learning process. Okay, so these are the benefits of a student-centered classroom. Now comes to the drawbacks of a student-centered classroom. With students free to interact, the classroom space can feel noisy and chaotic. Now obviously students are free to interact with each other, so they will ask some questions or whatever will happen, they will ask with one another. So classroom will be noisy. Classroom management can become more of an issue for the teacher, possibly cutting into instructional activities. With less focus on lectures, there can be a concern that some students may miss important information. And though collaboration is considered beneficial, this approach may not feel ideal for students who prefer to work alone. Okay? These are the drawbacks of a student-centered classroom. See, we have seen the benefits and drawbacks of both teacher-centered and the student-centered. Okay, but in real life, I'm talking about the real life. In real life situation, the student-centered is the most important one, and we should follow that. ठीक है. भले थोड़ा बहुत ड्रॉबैक्स है, नॉइजी लाइक क्लासरूम नॉइजी होता है, लेक्चर्स में कम फोकस करते हैं बच्चे, तो ठीक है लेक्चर्स में कम फोकस करते हैं, एक्सपेरिमेंट है वो लोग करने के लिए रेडी है. सो एक्सपेरिमेंट्स करवाइए, उनको सिखाइए विद द रियल लाइफ सिचुएशंस, देख करके सिखाइए. थोड़ा क्लासरूम नॉइजी हो रहा है, बट टीचर शुड हैव द कंट्रोल, शुड हैव द पावर टू कंट्रोल द क्लासरूम. थोड़ा बहुत नॉइजी हो रहा है, इट्स ओके, बट एवरीथिंग विल बी अंडर कंट्रोल. टीचर्स के कंट्रोल में सारा कुछ होना चाहिए. ओके. Our next topic is the process of knowing. So, see, what are the functions of process of knowing? First point is knowing works by us assessing memory and comparing stored image with current projected image. The process is complex, vast, and moves like quicksilver. Principal form of image stored in memory and projected is visual. The process of internal dialogue is observed not to exist in words alone, but is supported by this huge visual knowledge network. A useful exercise in observing knowing in a simple fashion is to observe how to mind works in determining the physical location of the last book one read, a part of where the author name began with K. ठीक है. So this was actually the knowing exercise in observing, observe करना, and how to read mind works, determine करना, these all. Now comes to the activity. Activity method is an awesome technique adopted by teachers to keep students engaged thoroughly in the learning platform and to reach them effectively with practical and experiential understanding. Activity-based teaching is an approach to education focusing on the idea that students should be engaged through actions. In activity-based teaching, an educator serves the function of the facilitator, assisting students through the learning process and providing them with guidance. Various actions and tasks can be used in this type of program, allowing students to become directly involved in the learning process rather than remaining passive. Meaning of activity: the state of being active, any specific behavior of or action of a particular kind, a thing that a person or a group is doing or has done, an educational task that involves direct experience and participation of students, a specific pursuit or deed in which a person participates. Examples: acting, performing, demonstration, playing a game, thinking, writing, reading, reasoning, questioning, answering, operating something, etc. All these are known as activity or the meaning of activity. Now, what is active learning? Students solve problems, answer questions, formulate questions of their own, discuss, explain, debate, or brainstorm during class. All these are active learning. See, active learning is means ये चार पार्ट में हमने इसे डिवाइड किया. That is problem based learning, cooperative learning, learn by doing, and query based learning. ये चारों चीज़ हमारा आता है active learning में. Okay. What is the purpose? Means what is the purpose of active learning? It increases students' participation, increase student engagement, increase student retention, more students' ownership in course, less lecturing by instructor, more exciting classroom experience, higher level thinking. These are the purpose. Now comes to the elements of active learning methodologies. Less emphasis on transmitting information, greater emphasis on developing skills, involves higher order thinking, greater emphasis on exploration of students' attitudes and values. These are the elements of active learning. Now comes to different types of ABL. ABL means activity based learning. Activity based learning. Okay. First is the dramatization. Conversion into a dramatic form or reconstruction of an event, novel, story, etc. in a form suitable for dramatic presentation. Second is the quizzes. Competitive activity in which participants should give the answer to the questions in a prescribed span of time following some predetermined rules. And third not and there's a third point, that is the group discussion. Discussing in smaller groups, that is 4 to 15 students, about a given topic and reaching a decision or arriving at some conclusion. The last point is the role play. Role play, enacting some situations or playing the role of the things, person, characteristic, etc. ठीक है, तो ये हो गया हमारा role play. Now comes to why do we need ABL. ABL means activity based learning. बार बार बोल रही हूँ, don't get confused, okay? Activity based learning. Why do we need ABL? Children can learn well when they learn in their surrounding environment, when they actively participate and involve in learning, and when they learn on their own. This is the children can learn, यहाँ आ जाएगा learn well, यहाँ से आपका फर्स्ट पॉइंट स्टार्ट होगा. फर्स्ट पॉइंट, when they learn in their surrounding environment, when they actively participate and involve in learning, and when they learn on their own. Okay, now comes to the John Dewey's process of Dewey's educational point of view. Students must interact with their environment in order to adapt and learn. Teachers and students must learn together. Dewey's view on classroom. Deeply rooted democratic ideals which promoted equal voice among all participants in the learning experience. Dewey's child-centered approach to education places the emphasis of learning on the needs and interests of the child. Children should allowed to explore their environment. This is the means actually we can say ये एक तरह का important and main point है, child center. ठीक है, उनके इंटरेस्ट के हिसाब से ही होने चाहिए. अब सपोज यू आर टीचिंग समथिंग और अगर किसी भी स्टूडेंट को उसमें चैप्टर बोरिंग है या इंटरेस्टिंग नहीं लग रहा है, सो दिस इज द टीचर्स रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी, कैसे उस बोरिंग चैप्टर को इंटरेस्टिंग बनाया जाए. ठीक है, बच्चों को स्टोरी के फॉर्म में नहीं या कुछ भी कीजिए, कैसे उस बोरिंग से चैप्टर को इंटरेस्टिंग बनाया जाए. दिस इज द टीचर्स रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी. ओके, नाउ कम्स टू द प्रोसेस ऑफ थिंकिंग बाय जॉन डेवी. प्रोसेस ऑफ थिंकिंग के फर्स्ट पॉइंट है एक्सपीरियंस ऑफ प्रॉब्लम, क्लैरिफिकेशन ऑफ प्रॉब्लम, फॉर्मेशन ऑफ हाइपोथेसिस एंड देयर राइटिंग, टेस्टिंग द हाइपोथेसिस बाय एक्सपेरिमेंट, observation of outcomes and drawing of inference. Okay, next is the education methods of knowing by John Dewey. Dewey's methods of teaching are based on the principles of learning by doing, activities in connection with the life of the child. In this method, what a child does is the most important thing. In the project or problem method which John Dewey advocated, the child's interest and purpose are the most important things. Next is the individual factors or process of knowing in education by John Dewey. First point is interest in conversation, interest in search or investigation, interest in composition, interest in artistic knowledge. Social factors or process of knowing in education by John Dewey. दो ही सोशल फैक्टर्स है, एक है फैमिली और दूसरा है स्कूल. ठीक है, फर्स्ट पार्ट इज द फैमिली एंड द सेकेंड पार्ट इज द स्कूल. नेक्स्ट इज जे ब्रूनर थ्योरी, दैट इज जॉन ब्रूनर थ्योरी. Facets of the process include selection and transformation of information, decision making, generating hypotheses, and making meaning from information and experiences. He investigated motivation for learning. He felt that the ideally interest in the subject matter is the best stimulus for learning. Brunner did not like external competitive goals such as grades or class ranking. Brunner's theoretical framework is based on the theme that learning is an active process and learners construct new ideas or concepts based upon existing knowledge. Cognitive structure, that is schema, mental models. provides meaning and organization to experiences and allows the individual to go beyond the information given. Next is the principle of J. Brunner theory. Instruction must be concerned with the experiences and context that make the students willing and able to learn, that is, their readiness. And second is the instruction must be structured so that it can be easily grasped by the student, that is, spiral organization. Principles of J. Brunner theory. Instruction must be concerned with the experiences and context that make the student willing and able to learn. Instruction must be structured so that it can be easily grasped by the students, that is spiral organization. Now comes to the J. Brunner's theory of instruction. Tendency towards learning, the ways in which a body of knowledge can be constructed so that it can be most readily grasped by the learner. The most effective sequences in which to present material, and the nature and pacing of rewards and punishment. So here we have completed the J. Brunner's theory of instruction. आज हमें यहीं तक रहने देते हैं. इसकी आगे मीन्स द कंस्ट्रक्शन ऑफ नॉलेज की जो भी थ्योरी है, दैट इज कंस्ट्रक्शन ऑफ नॉलेज. उसमें पियाजेट्स और वाइगॉट्स्की की थ्योरीज एंड इम्प्लीकेशंस जो भी है करिकुलम के, दैट आई एम गोइंग टू गिव इन द नेक्स्ट वीडियो. टिल नाउ इतना इसका हाफ पार्ट ही रहने देती हूँ. नेक्स्ट वीडियो में आपको ये पूरा कंप्लीट मिल जाएगा और नेक्स्ट वीडियो जल्दी आएगा. अब आपको इतनी ज़्यादा वेट नहीं करवाऊंगी. आई एम रियली सॉरी. आफ्टर आई थिंक सो इट्स 3 to 4 months आई एम अपलोडिंग द B.ed notes, बट इट्स ओके. धीरे धीरे करके आपका सारा कुछ कवर अप हो ही जाएगा. थैंक यू सो मच फॉर योर सपोर्ट. आई हैव completed the 7K subscribers. So if this video is helpful for you, then please like, share and subscribe this video, and yes, comment also. Comment whether you want the second part of this video or not. Okay, the second part will get the construction of knowledge about the theories and implications of Piaget's and Vygotsky. Okay, thank you for watching.